U7 Buy provides the most convenient, fastest, and safest way to upgrade your team with numerous positive reviews and verified by top creators from different countries with 24/7 online customer support. Before the end of October, all users who place an order for FC26 coins on U7 Buy for their first order of FC26 coins can enjoy a plus 10% coin bonus. Using my discount code Inception can get an additional 8% discount. Okay guys, so we definitely could have done the video for this yesterday, but they have been releasing more evolutions today, so there might be some chains that include today and yesterday. So yeah, there's a lot to go through, man, because there's a lot of cards that they improved that are pretty crazy, to be honest with you. And this is only from what we could see on the bins. Like, some people are going to have really, really insane evolutions from cards that they just chose. Like, I think I've seen one for like Toure, like the center back card, who had like every single playstyle for defense, and I'm like, it's a little crazy. It's a little crazy. But for now, we are going to be checking out the evolutions because they have released new ones, right? So Rafael Leao is going to be the first one we're going to be taking a look at. So I think the evolutions, there's ones today: ball movement, elite control, target practice. And then the ones yesterday were these ones, where it's like hit the weights, locked in, and then speed surge. So we're going to be taking a look at as many of them as possible. So it might be a long video, right? But Leao, right? So the comparison with this card would be to his promo card. I mean, dude, look at the evolutions compared to the promo card. This is nuts. The promo cards, what you have is very specific playstyles, right? So obviously, if you go to Rafael Leao, he's 240k. But we do have to mention the card has finesse shot plus, he has a low driven shot, he has incisive, he has quick step, blah, 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 right? This card, no driven shots. I'm going to be real with you guys. Driven shot is a massive playstyle in this game. Honestly, a lot of the goals that I ended up scoring is because I have the driven shot plus. If I don't have it, to create the extra space to get into the 18-yard box is not always going to pop off, right? So when you're doing the comparison in that regard, it would make a pretty big difference, right? So, but the card looks really good still, right? Obviously, the improvements are still really nice. I do feel like he would still be more on the physical side for dribbling, though, right? So I guess it would depend on whether or not you're used to using his other variations and you're still okay with it. But yeah, to be fair, I never tried out this variation. I did see that he was being used in pro player teams a little bit, and I only saw this because of Twitter clips, right? But I think it was just during that time period, and then that's pretty much it, right? But yeah, Leao could definitely be a really cool one. Cherki, anything Cherki related is gonna be good. Anything, because this guy is one of those guys that has the base mechanic stuff. 100% he does. There was evolutions that we have reviewed in the past. Like, if you still have that evolution, you're still cooking. That card is still really good. It's one of those cards where it's like, dude, this guy has like no roles in the cam position. He just cooks there. This card, there's a couple of things that have been added, right? I don't think he had driven shot before. Has he always had this? No wonder this card is good. That's insane. He's always had this. Wow. So you get what? So you get a pace boost, which is massive, and then a shooting boost, which is also massive. I'm not against this. His dribbling, guys, I'm going to be honest, like, you can work with his dribbling, but I will say that the other evolution I gave him 90s, pretty good. It was pretty good. But, I mean, hey, if you didn't do that evolution, you want to do this one. I still think it's still pretty cool. Not like super against it. You just have to be more mindful of the dribbling, I will say. You do have to be a little bit more mindful of it, because he's like a stockish body type in game. But like, dude, I'm telling you guys, like, Cherki for me is Fekir 2.0. You know, he's Fekir 2.0. If they give him a promo card that gives him the actual roles in the cam position, this guy has like 90s for dribbling. Watch out, dude. This one is a card that's trending quite a bit with a lot of people because of the massive improvements he receives in lots of areas, right? So he gets the improvements to pace, to defense, and then to also the physical side of the card. Now, very important things to mention with this card, right? So he doesn't have intercept. We do have to mention this because intercept is a big playstyle in this game, right? But also very important to mention is that they have a quick step on him, right? And giving a quick step to someone like Bisseck, who has a lengthy while working with 93, 95 for pace, that's a very good pace split, right? Where it starts to go downhill a little bit is when your reactions and composure is a little bit lower. Your physical is not in a bad spot. It's actually in a good spot. A card like this, you can actually experiment and give him an anchor, right? To increase his physical, to work with his height and body type way more because he's massive in game. But it is one of those cards where you would have to try out in game because he is missing certain things, right? Like the dribbling stats is low in certain areas. Reactions, composure is always a massive thing in defenders. And then the other thing is also the intercept too. But if they drop some sort of evolution where they give him an intercept again, to be real with you, it would be pretty crazy, to be honest with you, right? But yeah, he looks interesting for sure. Rashford is another card that gets some improvements as well. This one, you can't go too wrong with. I think the general improvements have definitely improved the card quite a bit. And it's only because you can give him a finisher and not a finisher, excuse me, an engine. And in the sided position, he wouldn't be horrible because his pace is 90 and 90, right? But he has quick step and rapid. And then he has a finesse shot while also being 5-star, 4-star. So it's kind of like you using like a Jack Grealish on that left mid position, right? Like if you use Jack Grealish from that SBC that people didn't really do that much because they didn't really like the card that much, even though I liked it. I'm even using him right now, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, the improvements to Rashford's really good. Engine chemistry style looks really cool on him. The finishing, as long as it's like mid 80s and above, it's nice. Obviously, if the finishing is higher, it's even better. Like if you can give him a finisher and you don't care about pace, again, you could totally do that. But if you use him in the side position, you notice the pace. You guys know how the meta is in this game for some of the movements that you got to be able to do, right? Gabriel Silva is trending as well because he receives what? Shooting boost. Oh, wow, that's actually a big improvement. What's the difference here? Wow. And finesse shot. Wow. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. You do the SBC, and now your card is transformed completely. Completely. Wow, just one evolution, bro. It's so funny, man, because it's what needed to happen, right? Because a card like this, now you feel more comfortable to use him on the left-hand side. The only problem, quote-unquote problem, is that he doesn't have inside forward plus plus for the left wing position. So if you like to use formations like the 4-3-3, that sort of thing, you're gonna, I mean, you could still use him there. Honestly, like I'm not gonna compare Mbappe to this card because Mbappe is Mbappe, right? But inside forward for the left mid position is what most people are going to be using. 4-5-1s, 4-4-1-1, that kind of thing. This card is now really well formatted for the finisher, right? So sentimental value FC over here for Santa Clara players. This card is significantly better now, right? You could still technically use them on the right-hand side if you want to, but the way that the general attacking plays would go down, like finesse shot on the left-hand side, is now good to use, right? Because he's received the proper upgrades. His shooting is in a fantastic area. But the main important thing here is receiving the finesse shots, right? So very, very nice card there. You have some other cards here like Adeyemi. Adeyemi, base card stats-wise, has always needed a dribbling boost. And the reason being for that is because, again, you go down the direction of having good base card stats for pace. You improve the shooting, you improve the dribbling by giving him a finisher chemistry style, and the card is generally really well formatted. It's just like a pace merchant in the side positions, to be honest, right? And then obviously with him being a 4-star player, some good stuff there. He has a lot of right-sided things as well, right? So let's say you need the Borussia Dortmund links, German links, Bundesliga links, whatever it is you're working with. Having a card like this on that right-hand side who's left-footed, who now has finesse shots, again, it adds to the cards, right? He even has incisive pass, which is amazing too, to be honest with you. Like that's actually a really, really good thing to have. So yeah, it's again, a very, very nice card, very good improvements on him. And he looks fantastic, right? It's a lot of evolutions that you put on him for sure, but he looks really good, right? Laqua is another card here who gets an improvement. So base card stats, very similar situation to the Bisseck card, who gets the improvements in the defense and physical defense and physical department. What's great about him, again, is the fact that when you give this card a shadow chemistry style, his pace is in a good area. So it's not like significantly lower acceleration compared to sprint speed. I mean, technically speaking, some people would still give him an anchor. I would consider an anchor more if he had a quick step, right? Playstyles are all really good. Definitely like all of that on the card. But again, you just have to be mindful of the fact that he does not have intercept. Intercept is a big playstyle. Through balls are very, very effective. So just be mindful of that if you go down that direction. This was an upgrade that I seen yesterday because he gets a massive pace improvement. So it's not necessarily from that one. I think it's this one right here. Yes. So if you want to use a version of Cristiano Ronaldo and you don't want to pay for the cards that are transfer market players, they've actually gone down quite a bit, I guess, because of the evolution, then you kind of go down this route. In my opinion, I think if you go down this route for Ronaldo, it's mainly because of sentimental value, because I feel like he's kind of low in a lot of areas. Like you can choose this card, upgrade him, have really nice pace and really nice shooting. I do feel like the dribbling might be a little bit annoying to work with though, right? But it's Ronaldo. For a lot of people that cannot afford the more expensive variations that are like 500k, it's a cheaper alternative for you to have a more usable version of this card. Could you technically give him an engine chemistry style? You could. The thing is though, is that with this game being a very pace merchant oriented game, having a player that has higher pace with a lengthy might make it more usable. Just for me personally, when I'm noticing like the way that the attack works in this game, I just feel like it would be a little bit annoying to use him unless he was on an engine, but even still the dribbling is low because in this game right now, if I use like players that feel more physical in the attack, they are genuinely more annoying to use, right? Because their movement is a little bit more sloppy. It takes them forever to do certain things. That's what I felt like when I checked out the Jokeris card, right? I was like, this is a card that's super overpriced. Maybe last year, with the way that the game mechanics worked, it would have been significantly better. But yeah, no, for this year's game, it's a little bit different, in my opinion, right? A little bit different. We have a PSG player here that gets a link up. I don't know why people are disliking this one. He actually has good play styles. Jockey and long ball, intercept, aerial fortress, quick. I don't know where the dislikes are coming from for this one. I'm doing Bisseck because of chem and less rating, but this is a great choice too. Yeah, no, it definitely is. I don't know why this one has dislikes. The only thing they have to be mindful of these evolutions is just the reactions and composure. Like, I just don't know what that's going to be like in game. It might not be relevant for this year's game, but like for usually most years of FC, FIFA, it is pretty important to have, to be honest, right? But yeah, Shadow Chemistry style, nice little pace improvement, defending improvement, looks really solid. PSG links as well. Can't really go wrong with something like that too. Van de Ven, with the improvements that he has received. I mean, the big thing here is the season pass thing, right? Because the season, what's the thing that gives him the intercept here? At the very end, the intercept, yeah. I mean, it's the very end, but it's a massive playstyle. Massive playstyle. And he's fast too, right? Like Shadow Chemistry style for this card on a lengthy 90 acceleration. Just doesn't have a quick step on him, but I don't think that really mattered too much. I think it'd still be a defensive monster, to be honest with you. Mendy was the card that was kind of like trending the other day as well. I'm not against this one either, because the way that he's generally formatted for the Shadow Chemistry style is actually not bad. Again, just be mindful of these types of cards because you do notice this when you're playing the game, especially if your gameplay feels sluggish. Sometimes the dribbling stats being on the lower side could be annoying, but I think with him, you might get compensated with defending capabilities, right? Because with this card, he has a quick step, he has a bruiser, he has anticipate, he has a block, a rapid. So the quick step alone, while working with, the defensive capabilities that he has, is pretty massive, right? Like, because being able to accelerate into positions is huge. When players have a quick step and a jockey, it's just like the icing on top, you know? But yeah, no, he still looks pretty good. I will say that, like, nowadays, left backs, there's probably gonna be like a few options that are actually pretty good. Like Nuno Mendes is just really solid, right? But again, different sort of links. It depends on what type of team you're going for, all that good stuff, right? Let's see what else we have here. So these are from some of the promo cards, I'm guessing, right? From Gabriel Silva. Bisseck has this one from Perfectionist, but what is this from I'll Protect You? Anticipate, intercept, slide tackle, pinged pass, technical, trickster, long ball. Not bad. What else do we have here? So Van de Ven from this one here too. Trying to like not put the season pass stuff as much as possible. in case people don't want to go down that route. Does he have quick step on this card? He doesn't have quick step, but I feel like this might not be a horrible left back. I don't know if I would use him as a center mid. Like CDM, maybe. CDM definitely maybe. But sometimes, depending on your formation, like if you have a CDM and he's deep lying playmaker, sometimes those guys attack, and then sometimes the shooting is going to be on the lower side for a card like this. The reason why I'm looking at left back specifically is more specifically because he's a lengthy on it, right? So it actually would be really helpful since he has bruiser and stuff. In the future, maybe you can give him more of a pace boost. I'm looking at it more in regards to that, right? Ball movements for Karl. This is the young kid from Bayern who's a beast, by the way. I don't know if you guys have ever seen him play, but he's incredible. This is actually a nice improvement for him. Shooting and passing. Right mid, playmate. So, well, the only issue is his rolls suck. Except for Cam. Cam is not bad, actually. First touch, quick step, long ball, technical. So no tiki-taka. Tiki-taka is massive in this game. We gotta be honest. But does have incisive. And he's left-footed. You know where this could be cool? If you actually use a variation of like a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-2-1, and you use a card like this in the left side or right side area, that's where it could potentially cook. That's what I'm personally thinking, right? Playmaker in the middle, I could still see being pretty good. Some situations could be annoying if he doesn't have the passing capabilities, right? So I just be mindful of that too. Hugo Lloris gets an upgrade from what? Is the speed that they're giving him based on accelerating out of position? Ah, so I see. So you get like a... Oh, okay. I see. So the main thing here is providing a quick step, a higher pace capability for a card that can push out of goal quicker. That's the main thing here. Interesting. As a goalkeeper basic, he would mainly be on 81 acceleration. That's what most people would use anyways. So 81 acceleration with a quick step to push himself out of the goal quicker actually could be pretty good. Some people have actually said really good things about this Lloris, so I would definitely look out for that. Cherki from Target Pass. Target Practice is one of the new ones today, right? Yes. It is. Oh, see, this is where it cooks now. This is where it cooks now because the dribbling was improved. Yes, the dribbling in this area is fine, by the way, is for this guy. Oh, you can give him a finisher on this card. Oh, dude, finisher on him. Like, bro, dribbling and then shooting being significantly higher. Yo. Not against this, if you still have that card. Not against that at all. Actually looks fantastic, to be honest with you. Some of these other cards, I'm not sure people would be too interested in. There's like cards like Openda, stuff like that. But yeah, no, you got a bunch of options for this one, man. Like this one could be really cool for a bunch of different players, especially for the sentimentals. Like I'll tell you guys this right now, man. From the evolutions that I've seen so far, bro, Gabriel Silva's catching that evolution quick times, bro. Finesse shot for the left-hand side and usability, whew, way better now, bro. Especially since base card stats or pace is high. That's a good evolution right there. That I would actually look into this one a lot if you actually enjoy currently using him, because that was the big thing that we mentioned in the reviews. Like, it's like all right to use them for the right-hand side, sure, but this is a card that needed the finesse and the left-hand side stuff to be good. And again, he still has the plus for the inside forward, so you're still cooking in regards to that. But yeah, a lot of good choices for this, guys. Definitely take a look at each option. There's going to be a lot of craziness to go with, man. Like you have other cards that get like really good improvements too. Like Nwaneri getting a defensive boost is pretty sick. Like there's a lot of different things you can go with this. So yeah, a lot of really cool evolutions. Be sure to check them out, and I'll catch you guys for the next video. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.